What's the deal with Speal?
I am playing my Mezzy Hiles 6-string cigar box guitar today. This instrument was made back in October 2009, and I bought it directly from the builder. It features an Indios cigar box that is surrounded by wings of an actual guitar. Now, the story was that Mezzy's lead guitarist was building a custom guitar for himself, and it was a hollow body guitar. Well, he messed up on the body and he was going to throw it away. And Tom said, no, hold on, give me that body. And he cut it to go around this cigar box and act as wings to make it fit nice and comfortable. It's it's like a standard guitar. It features a salvaged neck. It looks like it had a headstock cut off at some point. And it has this extremely microphonic humbucker in a Telecaster style bridge. You hear how microphonic this pickup is? This guitar featured prominently at the Cigar Box Guitar Museum at Speal's Tavern, as it was right there on the main stage, and it remained there for many years. Whenever I changed the museum around to put more antiques in there, I brought this back and put it under curation, which means I put it in my basement and I get to play it whenever I want. Oh, I'm using the Preacher slide from Stubby Slide. It says Testify on there. It's a brass slide and you can actually make it conform to your finger. So it's just a fantastic thing. Let's add a little grit to this and hear what it sounds like. It's a Hound Dog Taylor trick right there. When you're up at the 12th fret, this is tuned to open D right now. So you're up on the 12th fret, and then you take the B string and you go to the 11th fret to go out of tune. This guitar sounds fantastic when you do the pop staples tone, which means tons of reverb and tremolo. So, remember, when we're talking about cigar box guitars, there are no rules. No rules. No rules. No rules. This guitar really shows that there are no rules. A fantastic 6-string guitar by Mezzy Hiles from 2009. What a beautiful piece. And you guys want to know what tuning and what strings do I have on this? It's tuned to an open D, and the strings are a custom set I made. Over the years, I have been collecting different string gauges by buying in bulk from CBGs. I also got these really cool string organizers. And so I have all these different gauges of strings. And depending on what I'm building or what guitar I have, I'll choose from these strings. How do I decide? Sometimes I go on Google and I see what Diodario or one of these other companies have for a certain type of string gauge, and then I match them up with Giddy strings. So for this guitar over here, I had sort of a light medium gauge that I created, and it was like 046, 036, 022, 017, 014, and 010. So I just created my own string set. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to create your own string set. One thing I suggest to you guys is to get all different gauges of strings from CBGs in bulk, and you can get some of these string organizers as well and create your own sets. My son's 1962 Corvair Monza. Yeah, how about that for being a teenage kid and having it as your first car? Well, we got it over a year ago, and it's still taking forever to finish. It's not all about music around here. I was talking about my buddy Dale Puckett here, and he sent me this slide Apparently, this is an antler slide, and he had a longer one, and then he cut it down to get a stubby slide length, and he had this ring left for doing some sort of ring slides, and he sent it to me, and he told me to beware. So, Dell, here, I'll put it on and see what happens. All right, that's enough of that. What's the deal with Shane's bookshelf? Blues history. I got 3 different books on blues history that I just pulled from my bookshelf that are pretty wild. Most wild of all has to be this, Stagger Lee Shot Billy. This is a Harvard University study of the song Stagger Lee. Stagger Lee, Stacko Lee. It's all about Stagger Lee and Billy Lyons. It's the actual account of when Stagger Lee shot Billy, and every bit of folk history that surrounded the story that developed into the song. If you're into cranial blues history, this book is wild. Stagger Lee Shot Billy by Cecil Brown, Harvard University Press. Second one, I got this from dusktodigital.com. This is dropped down in Florida. It is edited by Dwight Devane and Blaine Wade. It is field recordings of African American traditional music between 1977 and 1980. Now, you're thinking, okay, in the late 70s, how much more was there to discover as far as like deep blues music and such? Oh, this sucker is awesome. It's also awesome because it comes with the CD right here. This has the most comprehensive stories of Moses Williams, the great diddley bow player who recorded several songs for them back in the day. It has his recordings on here. It has his stories. It describes his diddley bow. He would take a hollow cord door and put a string on it and play it at farmers markets. If you're into diddley bow history, this is a great one. It has some Southern sacred gospel music in there. Just a great all-around deep blues book. And finally, this, Blues Guitar, The Men Who Made the Music. These are interviews taken from Guitar Player magazine by Jas Obrecht. We're talking about interviews with R.L. Burnside, Mance Lipscomb, Johnny Shines, Johnny Winter, B.B. King. All these great blues guys were interviewed in the 70s and early 80s. And they are bringing forth some great stories. And here's a little secret. Just about every blues quote that I use in making Poor Man's Guitars was taken from this book here. I think this book is out of print, but you should be able to find it on Amazon and elsewhere. Blues Guitar, The Men Who Made the Music, edited by Jas Obrecht. And it is GPI Books, Miller Freeman Books. And don't forget, get your copy of Making Poor Man's Guitars. This is over at stubbyslide.com, and I sign every copy. And I know it's cliche to say, but it's an incredible Christmas gift because not only are they going to get a cool book, but they're going to get inspiration for a lot of cool musical instruments. All I want for Christmas is a diddly bow, a diddly bow, a diddly bow. I got a great announcement for you guys. Ben Giddy and I have been sitting around and we came up with a brand new build-off contest for you. This one is going to be a lot of fun because it takes the cigar box guitar idea back to its roots. 3 people are going to win $125 gift certificates to cbgiddy.com. Now, why is that amount? Because that's enough to get you their new Country Roads banjo kit. It's a fun, easy to make cigar box banjo kit that plays great, and you know, it's easy enough to build on your own kitchen table. There will be 5 runners-up that get $25 gift certificates from cbgiddy.com. The name of the contest is Throwback Holiday. Contest runs from November 12th through December 31st, 2021, and we are challenging you to put your mindset into 100 years ago. Imagine it was 1921 and you didn't have the money to buy gifts for your friends or your family. Well, what would you build them? We are challenging you to build stringed musical instruments inspired by 100 years ago, whatever you interpret that to be, and make cigar box guitars or other stringed instruments that would fit in that time period. Now we're leaving this open, especially to get your imagination flowing. So imagine your daughter asked you for a violin, but you couldn't afford one. Well then, maybe you would do like this 100-year-old cigar box violin and hand carve everything. Or maybe your son asked for a guitar and you couldn't afford one. So you created your own 6-string cigar box guitar, complete with frets. These ones are wire. I've shown this off before. Maybe your wife wanted a dulcimer. So you got whatever wood you had laying around and you actually bent the sides and created your own dulcimer for her. You get the idea. We're challenging you to build a throwback stringed instrument. Here's how you enter. Go on your desktop computer and go to cigarboxnation.com. On the front page, you will see plastered right there on top our entry page. Click on it, go to the entry page for this contest, and enter up to 3 photos, 1 paragraph description, and an optional video of your instrument. We have the full rules there on the entry page. You have between now and December 31st. And why did we make it December 31st? Because some of you are actually creating these instruments as Christmas gifts. And so you may not want to spill the beans online about what you created. So you can enter even after Christmas and before New Year to get that entry in. It's the Throwback Holidays Build-Off. Join in. CigarBoxNation.com. Trust me, you'll want to go on your desktop computer and not your mobile device. The site works better on a desktop computer. Hey, also on the front page of Cigar Box Nation, we are now compiling the 2021 Cigar Box Nation Christmas album. There's a link on the front page for you to submit your own song to be in the free download that comes out right before Christmas. I want to thank Slowpaw Steve for putting this together again. Cigar Box Nation Christmas album. We're accepting songs now. Go to cigarboxnation.com and look for the link on the front page. Let's give away something. Last week, during What's the Deal with Speal, I told you to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and somebody was going to win this pineapple uke that I built. Well, guess what? This is going to be the last week of giveaways for a while. I want to thank everybody for taking part in all of this. The reason I started the giveaways was I was sitting there and I wanted to get my YouTube videos into more timelines to let more people see my cigar box guitar videos. You can buy advertising in order to push your videos, and you can spend a couple $100s to do that. Or you can get organic growth on your channel by having more likes and comments and subscriptions. And the money I spent on postage to send all these instruments around the world was about as much as I would spend giving it to Google or some other company. And I figured, why not just take care of you guys, since you all are pretty awesome. So this is going to be the last giveaway for a while. I'll probably start this up again in a bit, but I got rid of a lot of good things and I now have a little more space around me. So the winner of the pineapple uke is Chuck Snyder. Chuck Snyder, thank you so much for participating. Thank you to everybody. Chuck, I'm going to contact you. I'm going to get your address, and I'm going to mail this right out to you. Thank you so much. See that thing right there? Make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can know when all my videos are coming out. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, to comment, and to hit that little bell. That'll let you know anytime I have a new video. If you want to support this channel, check out stubbyslide.com and get all these cool t-shirts over at guitarrags.com.